Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of MAGA Headline News. Today is Tuesday, April 15th, and we got a good one today. The Democrats have finally found the lighter fluid to start the fire. And this is exactly what they've been looking for. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on here. And we're going to get into it. We're going to get into the Karmelo Anthony story. Okay. This is the man that was accused of the teenager that was accused of stabbing Austin Metcalf in Texas. And what is going on? What's going on is he was released from jail. His bond was reduced, and his bond was paid by a Democrat NGO. Okay. One of these same nonprofits that is run by a former criminal who turned good and is now working for the benefit, whoever the Democrat top echelons chose to bail him out. Okay. So he got bonded out and he got a huge GoFundMe lump of money from GoFundMe. Okay. All the donations poured in. I'm going to tell you what's going on here. This is the lighter fluid the Democrats needed. This is the now they just need the spark. And where they're going to get the spark, they're going to get it with the mainstream media, and they're going to try to set it off. They're going to try to burn this country down. And this is the topic. This is the story they're going to use. So we all need to understand what's happening, and we need to not fall for it. Okay. Let me tell you something. He's out of prison and he got bonded out. And look, that's what the law states. He got bonded out. And anybody that commits any crime is entitled to a bond, or sometimes not, but he got one and he was bonded out, and that's the legal process. And what we need to do here is let the wheels of justice turn. If they rule it, whatever they rule it, self-defense, if it wasn't, look, they're going to have to go through, they're going to have to get a jury, and our legal system is going to have to do its work. But right now, by making sure he was bonded out and by making sure he was given all this money, the Democrat Party thinks that they're getting MAGA mad, or thinks they're getting white people mad. Okay. They think that they're starting some kind of problem where people are going to get angry. Okay. So while they think that they have the Republicans mad or whoever mad, that's the one spark they need. All right. Then let me tell you what's going to happen. This kid, Karmelo, who's now him and the teenager who lost his life, are now at the center of the civil war in America between communists and patriots. They're going to use this topic. The Democrats are going to use this topic. They're going to use this story to try to spark riots and civil unrest in America. And we can't fall for it, because what's going to happen is this kid, Karmelo Anthony, is going to get the book thrown at him. This kid's not getting off no matter what happens. I'm going to tell you why. Because the Democrats don't want him to get off. First, they think they're pissing off the people that they don't like. And then they're really going to try to piss off the black community. And once that happens, they think they're going to start their race war, their race riots that they want to destabilize this country this summer. And they're going to do this. And we cannot fall for it. We have to let the facts of this case play out, and we have to be civil. White America, don't fall for it. Black America, don't fall for it, because we're all Americans. They get us all fighting. If they're trying to get Black America out into the streets, they're trying to get Black America, and what they're going to try to do is they're going to send in agitators to protest, start riots. They're going to try to force Trump's hand to send in the military. They're going to send in agitators. They're going to pay them to do something really stupid, because they want Trump to have, they want somebody to get shot. They want someone to get hurt. They want somebody to get killed. They want these protesters so they can get on the news and say, Trump is killing black people. This is their plan. Whether you want to believe it or not, this is their plan, and this is what they're going to go for. And you're going to watch when you see this kid get the book thrown at him, because they need this to happen. Because every single one of these Democrat politicians that have been stealing money from our taxes, stealing money from Social Security, stealing money from the Pentagon, stealing money from unemployment. It's all exposed by Doge. They try going after Elon. They want to burn down his dealerships and everything else. Elon is over the target. This is what they're doing. They are stealing money. They don't care about these issues. The Democrats don't care about black people. They don't care about white people. They don't care about women. They don't care about trans. They don't care about anybody. They care about keeping their criminal enterprise going to continue to take full power. They want unchecked power in America. They want to be the top citizens of the top 1%, and they want to eliminate the middle class. Global government, no constitution. If you think that's crazy, take a good look at everything you have seen in the past few years. If you think they're not trying to destabilize us, what do you think this whole push for transgender, getting everybody stirred up over that is? What do you think all the racism, stoking the flames of racism? When you go out and you see a black person on the street, or black people, when you go out, you see a white people on the street, what do? We always get along. There's no problem. People interact. They live with each other. We don't have any problem. There's no problem until the media, the Democrat Party, start all of this nonsense. Don't fall for it, America. Don't fall for a black America. Don't fall for a white America. They want to get things popping. They want it popping this summer, and it's all about Donald Trump. They don't care about anybody. They don't care about the facts. They don't care about anything. They want riots, and this is how they're going to get them. They were looking for a reason, and they found it. And they are going to fan the flames of this story until everybody's fighting, until everybody's rioting. That's what they're going to do. Now, these two kids are, unfortunately, one has passed away. They're at the center of it all. But that's what's going on. And they're already starting, they put out a story, the Daily Mail. I'm going to show it to you. This is how they got the money to move into this new house that they're claiming that the family moved into. And they're not even using the GoFundMe money for the legal defense or for bail because the Democrats are paying for it. All right. So the family of a teen who fatally stabbed a 17-year-old boy in Texas plans to use his $400,000 legal defense fund to move home and hire security after facing racist threats. There you go. This is what they want. Anthony, this is put in there to get other people fighting. Okay? That's why it's there. Anthony, 17, was in court as he faces a first-degree murder charge for the killing of Austin Metcalf. That's what this is about, the killing of Austin Metcalf. Whether it was justified, unjustified, whatever it was, that's what this is about. It is not about what they want to turn it into, because they want this country to burn down, a distraction, destabilization, because they know they're all about to get exposed. They know they're all being investigated, and they know they're all about to go to jail. And this is going to be bigger when this comes out. When everything these people really did comes out, it's going to be bigger than Nuremberg. You watch. They want a distraction. They're going to get it with this. That's what they want. They're going to try. During the hearing, prosecutors asked his father, Andrew Anthony, why he could not use more than $415,000 in donated funds for his son's defense to pay the original $1 million bond, which was reduced to $250,000 on Monday. Just 10% of that amount must be paid, meaning Anthony will likely be free very soon. Andrew Anthony said the fund was to be used for Anthony's legal defense, but he also disclosed that the cash would be used for security and to help the family move after threats they have allegedly faced since the killing. Notice they didn't say that the father didn't say racist threats. They quoted the father as saying threats. The revelation comes after a spokesperson for the family said they can't leave after their address has been leaked online due to the graphic and racist threats. The spokespeople always say it. The people that want to fan the flames, which include images of black children with knives stuck in their heads. You know what? There probably are some assholes out there that are sending shit like that. But it happens on both sides. But if we all join into it, if people think that all white people want to send graphic images of black kids with knives stuck in their heads or vice versa, we know that's not true. We know there's a lot of assholes out there, and they're always going to do what they do. Okay? is disgusting. Anthony's attorney, Michael Howard, said regarding the money, it would be disingenuous to say there isn't money, but there is not a bond fund. The family needs to be able to survive. The accused teen killer is expected to post bond later on Monday. He will have to wear an ankle monitor and won't be able to leave his parents' home without permission from Judge Angela Tucker. He was bonded out by that NGO, the Democrat run MGO, and I guarantee you it was selected. The teen wore gold jumpsuit, handcuffs, and chains as he watched defense lawyers argue that he acted in self-defense. Every Texan has a right to defend themselves when they reasonably fear for their life. That is true in Texas. Self-defense is a protection that applies to each and every one of us, Howard says, as reported by NBC. There are two sides to every story, okay? So just given that Texas does have, they have stand your ground laws, okay? And this would be a state where he would be able to make a defense out of this. And if they throw the book at this kid, this deep state, they can move mountains, okay? Don't think they can't get this kid put away. Especially that people are going to see that in Texas, self-defense is a thing, okay? So that's what they're going for. I can promise you that. I've seen enough of these deep state events and see how they work. This is right out of their playbook. It's not clear whether Anthony was an aggressor, victim, or witness in the incident, which was handled internally by Frisco's independent school district. The case also questioned Anthony's father, who said his son is an A student and captain of the football and track teams at his high school. Anthony was described as the oldest of three children who had never been arrested before Metcalf's murder. He was the captain of his football and track teams at school, worked at Foot Locker, as well as his second job, H-E-B supermarket, prior to the stabbing. Okay, sounds like he came from a decent family. If he has an upbringing, his father's in his life. All right, what went wrong here? His father said he was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but the family moved to Texas a few years ago for a better life. The father added he took leave from his job as a finance manager at a car dealership following Metcalf's killing. Okay, this family has a few dollars, okay? Finance managers at car dealerships probably could be up to $100,000, $150,000 job. And the cost of living in Texas, because it's a red state and not a Democrat state, is much less, okay? So I might think that, moving into this house, the family, this new house, the family might already had a nice house. Okay. Look, this was horrible. What happened? Horrible. Okay. So, even if Metcalf put his hands on this kid, he didn't need to stab him. Okay. He didn't need to stab him. It's horrible. He took this kid's life. If he has to pay for it, he should. Okay. You don't get off because of your color of your skin or whatever it is. Listen, if he did it, he did it. But, chances are they're going to throw the book at him. They need that to happen. They need the riots. That's what the Democrats are thinking about. That's what they want. Metcalf's killing has divided the Frisco community and a nation at large, Judge Tucker said. They've never had security issues they faced with this case. Okay, here you go. This case is ripe for an explosion. They're probably already planning the paid riots. And what are they going to do? They're going to try to make Black America look horrible because the people that really burn down everything are the paid aggressors at the protests. That's what was happening at the George Floyd protests. Many people in Black America were coming out. The Democrat agitators were going in and burning shit down and making all kind of problems. That's what was happening. That's what always happens. A spokesman for the Anthony family was previously forced to deny that the accused killer had been bullied by Austin before the fatal confrontation at the match. The two had never met one another prior to the horrific stabbing. The spokesman addressed the community after some of Anthony's online supporters claimed there was more to the story, the stabbing, and said without evidence the teen had been bullied. Okay. Look, we do have to see all the facts. Sometimes I've learned in life, you got to let the dust settle sometimes. All right. This kid should have never died. Never. Shouldn't have happened. Okay. But we do have to look at all the facts no matter what. An arrest report says a confrontation between the two star football players began when Austin told Carmelo he was sitting under another team's pop up tent and told him to move, as reported by NBC. The two students from a different high schools began fighting before Carmelo unzipped his bag and reached in, telling Austin, "Touch me and see what happens." The report says that Austin then grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest. This is absolutely horrible. Okay, the whole situation. Anthony reportedly ran away before being arrested by responding officers. He had apparently told the school resource officer, "I was protecting myself," and he put his hands on me. Anthony won't face the death penalty or life in prison if convicted, as he was a minor when the killing occurred, prosecutors said last week. They will throw whatever the maximum sentence they can at him. I don't think this kid has a chance at a defense. And I'm stating that solely because of interference that I think is going to happen by the Democrat Party, by the deep state. I'm not stating that solely on any facts of the case, because they need riots in America to happen this summer, and they will stop at nothing to get them, and they're going to use this story. Listen, do not fall for it. White Americans, Black Americans, don't fall for it. We're all Americans. Let this case play out. Whoever's wrong is wrong. Let the wheels of justice turn. Okay, let's see what happens. But in the meantime, let's not give the deep state what they want. Okay, let's not do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to show you guys this picture here. Take a look up in the corner, because this picture represents exactly what it is. The Democrats' worst fear. Because if we get along, our focus would be on them. They want us fighting, and they will fan any flames to do it. All right, guys, that's the report on that story. I wanted to bring that to everybody's attention, and I want to spread the message. Don't fall for it. Let's let it play out. Do not start fighting with anybody. Okay. These are two teenage boys. It's a tragedy. Don't let the deep state do it to us. All right, guys. Have a good night. My name is Mike. This has been MAGA Headline News. We'll see you again soon.